How's it going, gang? Paul with Stud Pack. I'm on the couch in Summer and Rad's garage, and I know what you're thinking. Stud Pack, please, not another garage organizational video. There's a million of them on YouTube. What could we possibly learn from you? Well, I promise you we're going to show you some tips and tricks maybe you never thought of on how to organize your garage. And we're only going to use 2x4s, some 3/4 inch plywood, and 2 different lengths of construction screws. So we're going to show you how to turn your messy garage that's disorganized, full of trip hazards, into a garage where you're proud to leave the garage door open. So here's what we came up with. This garage right here is 25 feet, 4 inches wide. And we made our shelves 32 inches deep. And that's the beauty of the system. You can make them 24 deep, 16, 48. It's fully customizable for what you have in your garage. We got your typical bin storage right here. All of Rad's hunting equipment right here. All his brewing equipment. We built in a workbench. We got ladder storage, folding chair storage, cornholes, and even a built-in freezer full of all of Rad's venison. And remember guys, there's not a single nail in the whole project. If I wanted to take out this partition and put in wider shelves here, once I take the shelves out, this whole partition comes out with 4 screws. If I had a shelf here instead of a workbench, I could take the shelf out and easily add a workbench, or if we take the workbench out, we can easily add more shelves. It's a great system. So in this video, we're gonna show you all our tips and tricks. We're gonna show you how to get around some of the problems we faced, and we're gonna do it in only 10 minutes. Let's get started. Our wall is all ready. We now have a blank slate for our massive garage storage cabinets. Very first thing we're gonna do is build a flat and level platform to build our cabinets on. We've got our Klein laser set up right here, projecting a level line on the wall. We're gonna take this 10-foot 2x4 and screw it to the studs. It's untreated because we're not contacting the cement. All right guys, you know how we love our rare earth magnets? I'm just using that to find the screws or the nails in the drywall. And then we're presetting our screws so we don't have to fool with those when it's time to put it in. We can just lift our board to the laser line and run in our screws. All right guys, we've got this one screwed to our studs, nice and strong, nice and flat, nice and level, just like we want it. So we went ahead and we popped this line. It's 27.5 inches from here to that line. And that's going to be a line that we use to measure for our intermediate blocking. If we measure against our wavy wall, then our toe kick up here is going to match the wavy wall. We don't want that. We want it nice and straight. So all I got to do, bump my tape against our 2x4, measure to our line. Rad can cut it. We'll throw them in. Let's start cutting in our blocking.
27 3/8.
27 3/8. We got our bases built on both sides. Now we're using composite shims with some Lexel so they'll never move to get it perfectly level front to back. Got our bases made on both sides, got them shimmed perfectly level. We know they're perfectly flat. A perfect substrate, a perfect base for our 3/4 inch plywood base. We made a little toe kick here. You can make yours whatever you want. Let's screw this down, and I got a little piece for right here. Before we go any further with the project, we want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, AG1. What is AG1? It's comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition. It's one of the easiest habits you can get into to improve your daily nutritional health. It's validated by research and formulated for you. And AG1's great for your brain health, your gut health, and your overall body health. And when all those things are firing on all cylinders, you're naturally going to be in a healthy mood. And it's the beginning of February, guys. It's still not too late to honor those New Year's resolutions you made, particularly if you want to improve your overall foundational nutritional health. AG1 is really simple to use. 8 ounces of water into their cool bottle they send you. 1 scoop of AG1, a quick shake, and you down it. They've improved the formula 52 times since they started making it. Always to ensure the best product for us. And it tastes great. So check them out at drinkag1.com/studpack or click the QR code to subscribe. You're gonna get $20 off your first subscription. Thanks so much to AG1 for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to work. All right guys, got our bases built, and off camera we set up our laser on the front edge of our top shelf right here where my foot is, and we projected that line up on the ceiling, and we put 2 strips of 3/4 plywood, 6 inches wide, all the way across, 25 foot. And that's gonna be where we attach the top of our partitions. That actually is next. So we're just trying to use plywood scraps from the remodel in the house. So we ripped some of that plywood into 1.5 inch strips, and I got 2 of them right here, and they are 32 inches long. So I got them right here, and I stacked them. Then I got my tape measure, and I measured from the bottom of this piece of plywood on the ceiling all the way down to the top of this strip. 101 and 13/16 here, 101 and 15/16 here. I was going to explain to you how we're going to do the partition, but follow me outside. Let's build one, and it's going to make a lot more sense. All right, we've got our two 2x4s cut the length we just measured inside. So we've got our 1.5 by 32-inch strip of plywood. We're going to put one at the bottom and one at the top. 2 screws into each 2x4 for a total of 8. Now we'll screw in the other side, go put in our partition. Got our partition made. Here's how it works. We're just going to lift it into place. All right, a little snug, just like we like it. Rad's going to flush it out right there. Here, I got you, bud.
Got it. Yep. Nice.
Man, who cut that so tight? So now we just put a screw here to connect the top into our plywood, and I already got 2 at the bottom. That thing's going nowhere. Now, we already know from our laser that the front is perfectly plumb, but check out what this back wall is doing. It is falling away, the top's falling away that way, like over an inch in that 9 feet. But that'll be in the back of the cabinets. The front's gonna be perfectly plumb, which is what we want. So now we got like, I don't know, 16 more of these to build. Let's crank them out. All right, guys, it's going great. We got 4 partitions built, and we called an audible, said, let's stop building partitions, and let's get these 2 racks built so we can take all those bins and slide them in here and give ourselves a little bit more room to work. So we cut some spacer blocks. We're gonna just stack them right there. And this way we're not measuring, we're not trying to get down there. We just set that on there, and that is where it goes. Jordan, I'm gonna get out of here, let you come in here and screw that off, bud. All right, guys, it's really coming together. We got these 2 sections here for all our bins. We can store 12 bins right here. The next section is, I think, hunting. Is that right, Rad?
What?
In this hunting?
Hunting. Yeah. Hunting stuff.
And then the next section where Jordan is, that's for Rad's brewing equipment. He brews beer at home. Pretty awesome. So the shelves, kind of the same way we did over there. We got a 32-inch long cleat. Jordan's putting them up there. You can see how strong these are. These things are solid as a rock. He's got a couple more to go. We've already got the shelf ready. This is how we did the shelf. 3/4-inch plywood, 2 cleats underneath. It's gonna go like this, sit in there like that. A lot of you paying attention, you're gonna notice on some of these, the plywood grain is running the wrong direction. In other words, we were just trying to maximize the use of our plywood because these are 32 inches deep. But with these cleats, it's not gonna bend at all. Jordan, up out of there. We got brewing equipment on the way.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Nice, guys. So y'all putting screws in here or not?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. And this section's done. Woo! All right, guys, this side's all done. We finished it last night, and Summer and Rad spent the evening stocking it up. We got the bins right here. They got 6 right here. This is the same size, but they're gonna get bigger bins later. They just stacked them all there right now just to get them out of our way. And what I love about this system, it's totally customizable. We did a video back like during COVID on garage shelving, but they were all just straight, the same height all the way across. But this is totally customizable for whatever you have. Rad's got all his hunting stuff here, all his tall empty gun cases, tree stands, more hunting stuff, and over here on the end, all his brewing equipment. Rad, when are you gonna start brewing again, man? I need some more of your homemade beer.
I know. Hopefully, now that we have the space, I'll be in it.
Now that you're organized, right?
Yeah.
So in the middle, we're gonna have the tool chest underneath, build a workbench right here, another shelf up above, probably a light right there. There's all our power, more than they ever need. Gonna have a tall one right here for ladders and more storage up above. But for right now, we are ready to build 3 shelves in each one of these. Toss me that tape measure, Rad. So we've got our cleats put in already, and these cleats are 31 7/8 inches long. If you remember, our plywood was 32 inches wide. And that's all by design, so I can get 3 of these cleats at 31 7/8 out of 1 2x4x8. Try to maximize the use of all our material. So now we're ready to build these shelves, and I would never measure the width in the middle here, because this 2x4 could be bowed, right? You don't know what the width is exactly. Kind of like when you're doing blocking, if you're framing a house. So we always measure at the bottom. We are 20¼ wide. This is 20¼ and so is this one. 3 shelves on each. Let's head out to the saw, start building some shelves. I'm building 6 shelves, all the same size. The front cleat is 17¼ I've got a stop block set up. Got all these scraps down here, perfect length for our cleat. Let's use them up. Now we're going to use our track saw, start cutting up our plywood for our shelves. Now we're going to rip them to width on our saw stop. Got a little piece of sandpaper. Just going to break the edges, get off all the little splinters so we don't get splinters. I got a fat 1½ right here, make room for our cleat. Now we're going to screw it on. And now we can just slide our shelf in like a drawer. Beautiful. All right, guys, kind of our first problem with using 2x4s when trying to build cabinets. We know these aren't going to be straight, they're going to be twisted, they're going to be bowed. So I got my shelf in here and I've got it screwed down to my cleat on this side. But check out what happened here. I'm not flush. Easy solution, right? I've got a longer screw here. I think that's a 2½ or a 3 because I'm in the end grain. I'm going to drive it in. Now I can use my hammer, grab the head of that screw, and I can pull that stud wherever I want it really easily. I'm going to get it flush right there, and I got a screw right here. I'm going to drive that guy into the cleat, and that shelf is now going to keep the 2x4 where I put it. And pull this out, and now we're perfectly straight. May need a little bit right here, but that's a great tip to get bows out of framing lumber. All right, last shelf right over the freezer. Instant built-in freezer. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Nice. We'll put a couple of screws in that. All that's left is the workbench. So let me show you what I'm thinking. We just made a shelf for the workbench, just like we did all these. We recessed it back a little bit so it looks a little more built in. And then we're going to take some of our scraps and go around the left and the right hand side, kind of make a little backsplash, side splash, so stuff doesn't roll off down into there. This is going to be fine for summer rat. That's all they need. A couple coats of clear poly, and they'll have a workbench they can use for many years. Let's finish this up. Perfect. Screwed it in from the back so we don't mess up our nice, beautiful plywood backsplash. The whole thing is screwed together. If they ever wear this bench out, they can easily just unscrew everything, take it out, and replace it with either a new piece of plywood or some butcher block, whatever they want. All right, guys, there you go. We are finally done with the garage cabinets, and they look awesome. And I can actually walk around the garage. I have plenty of room. I could not walk around it all before. I was stepping over everything and tripping over everything, but look how awesome that looks. Again, just 2x4, some plywood and some screws, really basic construction techniques and construction materials. And even though we're done with the video, we're not really done with that project. Rad and Summer have an awesome Olympic quality ping pong table. They have killer ping pong tournaments. So you know what's gonna happen, right? Somebody's gonna launch a ping pong ball up there and we gotta go find it. So they asked me if we could build some doors here, and we are. They're gonna be 9 foot tall, 6 doors that cover the whole thing, and they're on track, so we're gonna do everything DIY. Stay tuned for that video. Guys, that's gonna be a wrap on this video. We had a blast making it. We hope you enjoyed watching it. If your like button's kinda cluttered, now you know how to build shelving so you can get to your like button. Smash it for us. If you're not a subscriber to Stud Pack, please smash that subscribe button as well. Leave us one of your awesome comments. Ask a question. You can find us on Insta at Stud Pack Official and over at Stud Pack 2 on our second YouTube channel. Thanks for all the love and support. We'll see you right back here on our very next Stud Pack video.